Hello, this is the Order of the White Lion and Isis workshops with the practical teachings of the Kabbalah. I'm Lorraine Morgan and one of the principal teachers from Isis workshops and the Order of the White Lion. The Order of the White Lion and Isis workshops are run by teachers who've completed an extensive study of spiritual awareness and in particular the Tree of Life, and who work very much on a practical level. The explosion of interest surrounding the astral planes has led to a growing curiosity in the spirit world, but now there seems to be more acceptance that life goes on and that the journey continues on the other side despite the death of the physical body. There is much more to spiritual work than just contacting the dead and trying to get messages from those who have passed over. Lots of people want to pursue spiritual work and develop the spiritual side of themselves in a way that is down to earth and practical. But with so many faiths, beliefs and religions all purporting to help you on your journey, it can all be a little bewildering, particularly to those just starting out. If you just want to pursue ghosts and ghouls, then that's one thing. But if you want to look into the bigger spiritual picture, then what's the point if you can't incorporate it into your everyday life? After all, isn't the idea of exploring the spiritual part of ourselves about helping us become more effective individuals, able to rise above the limitations of the personality and living more productive lives? The Kabbalah is yet another way, a practical, down-to-earth way that offers a route to spiritual enlightenment. But it's not a religion. It embraces all faiths, beliefs and religions, but in itself it's not a religion, it's more a way of life. It becomes a way of life simply because it offers alternative, more effective approaches and ways of living that are tailored for you. Free will and know thyself are prominent keywords throughout the Kabbalah. Free will is having the freedom to make choices and decisions that are right for you and in line with your destiny. Knowing yourself is essential in order to help you do just that. Always the emphasis within the Kabbalah is on walking a path in life that's right for you, but finding out how to get started on that path can often be the first hurdle. Plus, the whole topic of spirituality can sound so dreadfully deep and meaningful or airy-fairy that it can be off-putting to many. There's no point in trying to be something you're not. You'll get exhausted with all the effort that takes. Besides, the Kabbalah is about being something that you are, so you don't have to try and mould yourself into a shape that simply doesn't fit. We're all different. We all have a different agenda and take on life, and what the Kabbalah does is to get us looking at all those different aspects within ourselves and where we need to make adjustments in order to improve and find happiness as a way of life. The journey up the Tree of Life starts off on a very basic level and includes looking at our attitude towards money, bearing in mind that there are no rights or wrongs, but how many of us are slaves to money, rather than being in control of this energy of the earth plane. Money is our means of exchange, and our ability to manage it can be one of the most difficult challenges for us. For others, though, perhaps it's not the energy of the earth plane, perhaps it's not money that proves to be the most challenging. Perhaps instead it's the energy of the emotional plane, and getting caught up emotionally in repetitive cycles of behaviour and negative habit patterns. There's plenty more. The journey into the Kabbalah has barely begun. There's still the energy on the mental level to explore and the level of feelings, and again, we've hardly started. The journey to spiritual enlightenment is everlasting, but with the route mapped out on the Tree of Life, there is a solid structure from which to work. There is order throughout the universe, throughout the teachings, and that order can be applied very simply in a practical way in our everyday lives. Many people, when first introduced to the teachings, are surprised by the simplicity of it all and how relevant and useful they are. It's never about judgments or making yourself fit into a shape you don't want. It's about freedom of choice and educated decisions. Sometimes, when it comes to looking at ourselves, we can't always see the woods for the trees, But the Kabbalah has a wonderful way of drawing things towards us that we need to look at, and then we have the choice of doing something about it or not. If you'd like to know more about the teachings of the Kabbalah and explore the Tree of Life further, then please visit either www.orderofthewhitelion.com or www.isisworkshops.com. Thank you for listening.